Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys another week of the aDrive Army Battle League, where I build my teams live right here on the video, and then ultimately battle my aDrive Army subscriber opponents for that week. We are sitting at, I believe, 3-1 or 4-1. So a solid start to the season. I think 3-1. Mega Pidgeot, Zygarde been putting in a lot of work, but this week we're taking on the Detroit Decidueyes. And of course, if you don't want to see the team building process, you can always skip. I'll usually put something on the screen that says when to skip to. But I recommend checking it out if you're looking to get into team building, as I do kind of explain my thought process, why I'm bringing the team I'm bringing, and so on and so forth. So I think it can be pretty educational if that's something you're interested in doing. Otherwise, we're going to build our team here, hopefully in about 20-30 minutes or so, as we've been aiming to do against the Decidueyes, and kind of go from there. So let's take a look at what he's got. He's got a Kyurem Black, which is a Z Crystal user, Como O, another Z Crystal user, but it cannot use Commonium Z, Lycanroc Dusk, Meloetta, Golisopod, Alomomola, Articuno, which is a Z Crystal user, Mega Aggron, Mew, Celebi, Hitmonlee, and Guzzlord. So some pretty cool stuff there in terms of a lot of power. That Mega Aggron, very difficult to take down. And of course, that Kyurem Black just, packs a huge punch, can be tricky to knock out. So in terms of what I want to bring here, I mean, I see a couple things. Zygarde looks really good against him as a way to get through Mega Aggron. I also can see some viability for Stakataka. If Stakataka can set up a Trick Room, it can be really, really good against him, especially since it should be able to Trick Room against a couple different things. With a Shuka Berry, it definitely can Trick Room against things like Lycanroc and Kyurem. It serves a really good way to deal with those, and against Como as well. I think Pidgeot looks pretty solid. Necrozma looks like a good piece to kind of glue the team together as a way to stop things from Mew from kind of beating us. And we can go from there. So let's jump into the team. Let's build it. Let's see here. Let's go to OU and let's start it off. So I think Pidgeot's really good. He does have that Lycanroc Dusk, and he has a couple things that can beat Pidgeot. But at the end of the day, I feel like Pidgeot just really kind of can rip through a lot of his team. So I am gonna bring Mega Pidgeot here. So let's go to Pidgeotite, and we can bring Big Pex as we have been. In terms of a speed stat, I think we just basically want to make sure we're outspeeding essentially Lycanroc Dusk at 110, but at the same time, I almost feel like we can aim to just outspeed the Meloetta. So let's open up a damage calculator here. And let's see, where does Meloetta? I think it's 90. Yeah, so 90. So I don't really worry about outspeeding Lycanroc because he's gonna have Excel Rock either way. So I'd actually rather outspeed things like Mew. So let's plan to outspeed, or rather Celebi, because that'll just be easier. So Celebi at level 100 is gonna hit 328 speed. So as a Pidgeot, we want to make sure that Mega Pidgeot, we can run Modest, and this is why I wanna do this, because Modest, and we can hit 329, which is gonna put us at, let's see here, 204. So that seems pretty solid. So we can run Modest, max special attack, and then 204 speed. And that's just gonna allow us to hit a little bit harder, obviously. So Hurricane is really nice. U-turn is pretty important in this match, I think, just for momentum purposes. Heat Wave looks, do we need Heat Wave? Heat Wave would be for Mega Aggron, so I don't see why not. Let me just run a quick calc here on Pidgeot versus Mega Aggron, going for, if we're Modest, going for a Heat Wave against an Aggron. Let's see what that's gonna do. It does about half, actually, so I definitely think that's worth it. And then in terms of another move, I mean, Workup could also be pretty solid, setting up on something like Alomomola. So I am gonna bring that Workup set because I don't think we need any other stab moves. And again, if Lycanroc is weakened or gone, we just kind of plow through his team. So I believe the nickname for this is Burb, and we will make him all set there. So that was easy enough. Let me just double check. I got the Pidgeot tight here. Big Pex, don't really think I need anything else. Hurricane, U-turn, Heat Wave, Workup. So that was an easy set. Like I said, Zygarde looks really, really good against him. The potential for Choice Band Zygarde actually looks pretty solid, and also the setup variant set, which allows me to Dragon Dance. I also like a potential substitute variant because of Mew. I can potentially substitute and stop him from Will-O-Wisping me. So we have a couple different options on how we want to approach this Zygarde. I know we're bringing it. The Yachi Dragon Dance set seems really, really good though, in my opinion, because we can set up against a lot of different things, and we also guarantee that we can set up on potentially the Kyurem. We can set up on like a Mew going for Ice Beam. So I think I'm gonna stick to kind of what I did last week, which was the Yachi Berry set. So let's do that. We're gonna run Dragon Dance. We're gonna run 1,000 Arrows, which will allow us to hit everything, including like Articuno. We're gonna want to run a Dragon type move. So in this case, Dragon Tail or Outrage, probably Outrage. And because unfortunately, like, you know, we just need the coverage. And then probably Extreme Speed, just because having that, you know, speed, like the speed boost is really nice, especially if something like Como-O tries to set up on us. So we'll run Extreme Speed as well. We're gonna run Max Attack, and then we actually have to run Max Speed because I want to be able to out speed tie with the whatchamacallit, Kieran Black. So easy stuff there. Next piece to the puzzle. Let's see here. I think Azumarill actually looks so good in this match because it can kind of help us against Como-O, Kieran Black. It can, you know, kind of potentially take on the Mega Aggron. So I feel like I'd be really dumb to not bring Azumarill. And I'm trying to think of the best set to bring. Like, I just feel like Azumarill is too good to pass up this week. A Choice Banded set, I think, has some viability because I can just spam, you know, play rough. And his best switch into that would be Mega Aggron. What does a Choice Banded Liquidation from Azumarill do to a Mega Aggron? Because that might kind of make our decision. So it does about 40%, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. And we can run just a tiny bit of speed on it. And we can actually, what does a Superpower do? That's actually interesting to note. Superpower does about half. So I actually think I'm going to go with the Choice Banded set. This gives us kind of a couple, like a neutral switch in to both Como and Kieran Black. I mean, they can run electric type coverage, but nevertheless, it also gives us something to switch into some of the, you know, things like, you know, Mega Aggron. Like, his switch-ins are going to be very limited. Like, I really want to pressure him offensively. So let's bring Liquidation. We want Aqua Jet for priority. We want Play Rough, and then I think we're going to run Superpower. I think makes the most sense. Let me just see if there's anything I could be missing here. I mean, we can Focus Punch. Brick Break. Yeah, I think Superpower probably is best. That's going to just allow us to try to break through. And we'll run Adamant, Max Attack. And then in terms of our speed stat, where does Guzzlord sit? We want to run just a little bit of speed for Aggron. We're going to outspeed the Guzzlord either way. Where does Alomomola sit? Because that could be pretty important. 65, so maybe we'll run to outspeed Alomomola. So that puts us at about 160, let's say 168. 128 speed will put us about where Alomomola is. And that should safely outspeed 128 speed. Okay, and that should allow us to pretty much safely outspeed his Aggron and things like that. Let me just double check where Golisopod sits too, but that's another Pokemon that, yeah, we should be able to outspeed that thing. Let me just see max speed Golisopod. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. So we should be in good shape to do that. And I forget what nickname I use for this thing. We'll call him Nexus for now. Yeah, that should be fine. Basically, I want to make sure I'm gonna outspeed, you know, a couple different things there. Aqua Jet is nice for priority kind of late game, but really the important part is just kind of running through things with Liquidation and Play Rough and just putting the pressure on there. Okay, so in terms of the next Pokemon that we want to bring, I see some serious merit in Ferroseed again. The reason why is Ferroseed gives me something that can Hazard stack against him. I think that Hazards are really, really good in this match, specifically to wear down that Mega Aggron. Stacking spikes and things like that could be really, really useful against him. Alternatively, you know, we have a couple different other options. Let me think about this. Like I mentioned, I think Stack Attack has some viability in this match. I'm trying to think of what pieces that are going to be really, really crucial. Like, we have to figure out how we're breaking through Mew. That's going to be really important, is what do I do against Mew? What's his Dark Resist? It's just Como, I think, right? Yeah, his only Dark Resist is Como. So you know what? I really like Pangoro. This might be the week that we bring Pangoro for the first time, just because it gives us a really good response to Meloetta as well. So let's get Pangoro some action. We haven't used it yet this season. And in terms of an item, that's going to be tough to decide what we want to rock. But we know we can rock, like we can really, really hurt his team with Pangoro here. Knockoff Parting Shot. It actually gets Bullet Punch, which is kind of cool. That could be really useful, running Bullet Punch. Because we can hit the Lycanroc and the Kieran Black with priority. I do kind of like that option. Otherwise, I think I want to run... We need a Fighting type move. So what Fighting type move do I want to run? Low Kick might not be bad. Let's actually run some Calcs on Pangoro here and see, because we're going to be able to outspeed Aggron, so like we can set up on that thing. Normally you'll run like Drain Punch, but let's see here. So if I run Low Kick, what does Low Kick do? Low Kick does a lot to Mega Aggron. How much does it do to Kieran Black though? Because that's going to be kind of the telltale. Low Kick actually one-shot. Okay, so we're running Low Kick. That's easy enough. Knockoff Parting Shot, Low Kick. I kind of like the prospect of running it Choice Scarf, because that allows us to outspeed a lot of different things, and I can parting shot for momentum. It's kind of an interesting option. Obviously, Como O is going to resist our dual stab, but like I can easily bring Necrozma as a way to kind of combat that. But you lose so much power output by doing it that way. But I feel like this thing as a choice scarfer is really good because it could just come in and spam knockoff against things like Mew and really catch them off guard. And it also can come in and outspeed Kieran Black and just low kick it. But at the same time, like, is he gonna be able to knock me out anyway? What does Bullet Punch do to Kieran Black? Let's see here. Bullet Punch. I'm just torn on the item. Like, that's the big issue I have. I don't know if we need Iron Fist. Mold Breaker's kind of cool. What ability? Oh, I could ignore Filter. Yeah, let's do Mold Breaker so we ignore Filter. I like that. And then in terms of an item, I kind of want to run... I mean, Choice Band is like the obvious item. I just don't think that that's the right choice. Assault Vest could allow us to live an extra hit from like a Meloetta or a Mew, which is nice. It also allows us to potentially live a hit from like an Ice Beam from Kieran Black. This is a tough decision in terms of the item that we're gonna bring. I'm a little torn because like Life Orb obviously just allows you to hit something really, really hard. But do I want that? Do I want to be Life Orbed? Because I can easily throw Life Orb on here and then bring coverage for because knockoff Parting Shot low kick, that's a really good coverage against him. And then we just need to figure out that last move, which could be a lot of different things. Facade is kind of cool as an option. I don't think Ice Punch is really needed. It's crazy that he gets Outrage. It's too bad that he doesn't have any way to boost his speed. I kind of like, let's see here. Okay, so knockoff, Parting Shot, low kick. I mean, maybe hitting into Como O is probably the best option. Ice Punch for that, maybe. But even that's not really gonna do much. We just Parting Shot out. So, and I can't run, if I run Assault Vest, I can't run Parting Shot. So let me see, what am I doing to a Mew if I'm just running like Mold Breaker knock? I mean, we're doing a lot. I feel like I want to be Choice Scarf. I'm gonna stick to my gut on this one and we're gonna run Choice Scarf. As much as it stinks, but like a Mold Breaker against Aggron, like we're gonna do so much damage to him. I'm calculating at 50 again, I always do that. Yeah, with Mold Breaker, we're getting rid of his filter. We're gonna be doing a good chunk to him. So, and I like the Choice Scarf aspect because then we can switch out. And then in terms of our last move, maybe we rock with... Let's rock with Ice Punch, I guess, just to hit the Como. Let's just see how much that does. I mean, Ice Punch... I mean, it does about half, so I guess it's better than nothing. So in terms of our speed stat, we want to make sure we're going to outspeed Lycanroc, essentially, at +1. So we want to make sure we hit 350. So, let's see here, 350 times 0.67 means we want to hit 235, basically. So can I hit that unless I have to be Jolly for that? Is that the case? Yeah, so you actually have to be Jolly max speed to outspeed Lycanroc. Do I care, though, if I don't outspeed Lycanroc? What if I just made it to outspeed Mew or Celebi? That might be better. I'd rather run Adamant. So Celebi hits 328. So we have to hit 220 basically. So if I hit 2, can I run Adamant? I want to run Adamant. No, I have to run Jolly to make this work. So that's fine. So we'll just run max speed then at that point because we can outspeed the Lycanroc. It's better than nothing. Okay. And let's call him Bamboo. My nicknames are bad. Feels bad. Okay, so we got my man Bamboo here. He's Choice Scarf, knockoff, Parting Shot, low kick, Ice Punch. I think Necrozma is too good to not bring in this match, even if it's just like a toxic set. Yeah, I just feel like Necrozma is too good to not. I mean, I love the idea of bringing Shuckle, but him having Mew as a defogger is just, you know, that's a thing. And honestly, Calm Mind Necrozma could just win this game, so we're bringing Necrozma. Like, I just, you know, what's his Dark type? Guzzlord? Does he even bring that? Like, you know what I mean? Let's just bring a defensive Necrozma because it's too good to pass up. Let me just see. Am I bringing Ferroseed as my last Pokemon here, or am I bringing Stack Attack? Because I want rocks. And I'm just trying to figure out how I fit rocks onto the team right now. Shook a Stack Attacka looks really solid. I like Ferroseed though, because Ferroseed comes in against Aggron and just starts setting hazards. You know, it just starts setting spikes, and I feel like that's going to be really valuable. He doesn't, you know, Celebi's his grass type. Like, Ferroseed looks really good. I feel like it's too good to pass up on. So I'm going to bring Ferroseed. So we're going to bring Calm Mind. We're going to bring Moonlight. We're going to bring Photon Geyser. And then what do I need other than that? Earth Power maybe? Earth Power probably covers it. I mean, a Ghost move would be nice too, but I think Earth Power is probably fine. Calm Mind, Moonlight, Photon Geyser. Let's bring a max HP, like pretty much max defense set. We're just gonna bring the bulk and then set up with Calm Minds. I think that this set could really work. And then I am gonna bring Ferroseed again, because I just feel like Ferroseed has been a beast. Even though I feel like people, like, that's the thing, like Ferroseed is in a situation where like people don't prep for it because it's like really good. So like people don't prep for it because they don't think it's gonna come, and then it does. So Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Spike. I definitely want spikes, and then maybe just Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball beats the Lycanroc Dusk. It'll help wear down the Kyurem Black. Can I break a substitute though? That's one thing I want to make sure is if I bring Ferroseed and it's against Kyurem Black, do I break a substitute from like a bulky Kyurem Black? Gyro Ball does. If he's max HP, I do break a substitute. Okay, so that's really good. And like, unless he's running HP Fire, we're taking those hits too. So like, that's one of the reasons why I love this little dude. All right, we're bringing him again. Max HP, he's gonna be very physically defensive. And do I need special defense on him? Mostly physical, I think. He probably has Fire Fang on Dusk, like in Rock Dusk, but I think mostly physical, put a little special, but mostly physical defense. And negative speed nature there. I think that's it. I think we got the team. About 18 minutes. This is my fastest one yet. Let's run through it real quick, make sure I didn't mess anything up too drastically, and we'll kind of cover our bases here. So we've got Mega Pidgeot here, which is running Hurricane, U-Turn, Workup, and Heat Wave. Modest nature, basically designed to outspeed his Mew and his Celebi. This thing is really, really solid against this team just because it's going to outspeed everything and except for Choice Scarf users and just hit really hard. Mega Aggron is his primary switch-in, but again, if I go for Workup, I can potentially just win the game there once Lycanroc goes down. Zygarde with Yache Berry. The Yache Berry is for things like Alomomola. It's also for things like Mew and Celebi teching HP Ice and Avalanche Mega Aggron. Setting up a Dragon Dance could potentially give us a chance to win this game. It also helps against Kyurem Black running its Z move, which is nice. I don't know if we live the hit. I'm going to take a look. If I run offensive Dragon Dance against Kyurem Black using its Z move, Sub-Zero Slammer, and I am Yache. I'm assuming we're actually not going to live it, so it might not even matter. But yeah, so we don't even live it, but we do live an Ice Beam, so I guess that's the option there. So if he burns a Z move, it is what it is. That's fine. I do think that we can potentially set up though on a couple things. We've got our Azumarill here, which is Choice Banded. This thing also helps me break through his team. I really like this set because he doesn't really have a ton of switch-ins to a Play Rough. His best Play Rough switch-in is going to be that Mega Aggron, and again, the objective is to wear that thing down. So between Nexus and Sneck, we should be able to really start to wear down his team. Defensively, Azumarill also just has really good typing against his team, Como-O and Kyurem and stuff. And that, I mean, it leads me to believe that maybe like an Assault Vest variant would be better and not the Choice Banded set. But I just feel like the immediate power is really useful there. Bringing Pangoran for the first time this season, bringing a Choice Scarf set. Kind of torn on the item, but I like the Choice Scarf because Parting Shot, Momentum is really nice, and Knockoff is just doing so much to his team. Low Kick is going to obliterate things like Kyurem Black, and it gives us something to outspeed it, and obviously Ice Punch is there for the Como-O, helps against the Celebi, but otherwise Knockoff spam is just really, really nice, and it gives us something to outspeed like his entire team. We've got Eclipse here, which is really cool. Calm Mind, Moonlight, Photon Geyser, Earth Power, so just kind of a standard Calm Minding Necrozma set. This thing is basically primed to set up against a lot of different things, but it also just gives me a physically defensive response to a couple different things, so he can't like just straight up beat me. Gives me a good switch into like Mega Aggron. It can switch into Mew and potentially Calm Mind up on it if he's not running a setup Mew himself, so just a couple options there. And then Legos, who's been a beast this entire season, basically running Stealth Rock and Spikes. If he doesn't bring like Defog Mew, then we can set up hazards all over him, and that's really important in this match. It's got a few opportunities to switch in against things like Aggron, Mew, and Celebi, unless they're running proper coverage, but chances are they have to run ice coverage. for Zygarde, which was the plan all along. So that's our squad. I'm gonna get matched up against the Detroit Decidueyes, hopefully pick up another W. That's our team. It looks pretty good to me, and I'll see you guys shortly. All right, guys, we're ready to battle Devin and the Decidueyes. Looks like his team is pretty interesting here. He's got the Celebi, the Hitmonlee, the Guzzlord, Aggron, Kama'o, and Articuno. Which means his only hazard remover, I mean, I guess he could have Rapid Spin, Hitmonlee, or the Articuno, but I really do like the opportunity of trying to set up hazards with my homie Legos right off the bat. Obviously, him having 2 big fighting types and a couple other things that could kind of destroy it are a little scary, but I think just trying to set hazards, man, get those rocks up early seems pretty solid. So I think I'm going to lead with Legos here. I also really like my, the Pidgeot this match, and I think Azumarill's health is really important. Either Azumarill or Eclipse, just to make sure that Hitmonlee doesn't beat me. But as long as one of those guys stays healthy, then you know Hitmonlee can't beat me too badly. Azumarill really breaks his team with Play Roughs. His only switch in is Aggron. So a couple things to note there. Let's just lead Legos and kick things off. He's gonna lead Sub-Zero. That's fine with me. You know, I can take pretty much anything. I'm gonna start the timer. I think rocks are more important than spikes, just because of Articuno. So let's just kick off with rocks. He's gonna Hurricane and miss. Sounds like a good start to me. I get my rocks up, and now I can either go for a Leech Seed here, predicting a switch, or I can go for spikes. I kind of like the spikes play, because it's really gonna it's gonna force him to try to do a couple things. Actually, I'm gonna Leech Seed now because I want to get health back and maybe get more layers of spikes up. So if he doesn't have Rapid Spin on Hitmonlee, which is very possible he doesn't, then we're in really good shape. So he actually does a really good play there and goes for Substitute. I can Gyro Ball though and break subs, so I'm not too concerned. He goes for the Freeze Dry, which does less than Hurricane, and I do break his sub right there, which is fine. Now the question is, will he Substitute again, or will he just attack? I'm gonna Leech Seed. He substitutes again, so good play on his part. He makes some really good plays there, but I can still break subs here, so I'm just gonna Gyro Ball. And hopefully I just don't get confused right now, which I don't. I break his Substitute, and now I just have to continuously go for Gyro Ball just to ensure that he doesn't end up with a Substitute in front of him, which we should be okay. So another Substitute is faded there. Good to go. I just Gyro Ball again. It's okay if he knocks me out. So he does knock me out. It's no big deal. This gives me an opportunity to do a couple things here. I can go into my Pidgeot and just go for a Heat Wave, which should knock this thing out. Alternatively, I can go into... Actually, if I go into Zygarde and I click Dragon Dance, so I just win? Maybe. No, because Celebi will stop me, so no, I don't want to do that. I have a couple options. I think Pidgeot is pretty solid here. Let me just see what Pidgeot is doing to Articuno. Let's say he's Sub-Roost. Heat Wave should knock him out. I am modest. So Heat Wave should knock him out at 62, and I can take one hit from him. I'm doing about 50. It's close. I don't want to allow him to set up, but at the same time, Eclipse can start Calm Mining against him. And what's his deal with that? Like, he goes into Guzzlord, you know what I mean? Or I go into Pangoro and I click Knockoff is another option. Doesn't look like it's gonna do enough. What do I want to do here? I mean, I think Pidgeot coming in and Hurricaning, or going for... I mean, I could be taking some damage, though. That's the thing I don't want to do with Pidgeot. I feel like he doesn't switch out. He's got Sub, Freeze Dry. I mean, I'm gonna bring Eclipse and Calm Mind. I just feel like it's too good to pass up, because I don't know what his last move is, but I should be able to set up on him. I wish I got more spikes up. He did some really good plays there with the substitutes. So we'll see if he stays in. I tend to believe he's gonna switch out, but he's got to be concerned about me setting up on him, I would imagine. If he has Toxic, that's fine. Photon Geyser should be able to really wreck. Here comes Guzzlord, so that's his best switch into this thing. He very well could have Knockoff, but at the same time, I'm not like super concerned about it because I should be faster and I can just Calm Mind and then Earth Power him. So let's see if he does show the knockoff. Like, I do have Moonlight and stuff. So he's gonna Draco. That does a lot of damage. Actually really surprised at how much that did, but now he's even weakened, like more weakened. So I can Moonlight here to take the damage. Wow, I was really surprised. That has to be choice specs, I feel like. Do I just want to Earth Power for damage? What's his switch in here? Articuno pretty much dies on entry. I mean, do I just Calm Mind again, or do I Moonlight safely? I feel like I want to Earth Power. Let's Earth Power, see what it does. Does a good chunk. He's gonna Draco again. This is setup fodder for days, bro. I think he's choice specs Draco Meteor, so we're gonna Moonlight here. Earth Power always messes up the screen. It did that last time too, last game, but that's okay. He has made very, very big. He crits me though. Oh no. He gets the crit, dude. He gets the crit. That's huge. Okay. Simultaneously though, I mean, he's really weakened. I mean, his Draco isn't gonna do much to me. I should be able to set up a Dragon Dance if I want. Or I go into Pidgeot and I start hurricaning things. Let's do that. Little bit bummed there, actually. Little bit bummed there. That's gonna get the kill. If he doesn't crit me there, I win the game. That's wild, dude. That is wild. Here comes Hitmonlee. As I mentioned, one of the big pieces there was I needed... He's probably gonna fake out. I'll just Hurricane. Oh, okay. That's fine with me. Not sure what that Hitmonlee was doing there. Not sure what is this thing doing here? What are you doing, Celebi? Why is he not going into his Aggron? I'm so confused. Does Pidgeot just win? He goes into Articuno. That thing's gone. All I have to do is he's just taking damage. Pidgeot is so powerful. Pidgeot, you're too powerful, Pidgeot. Here comes Celebi. Why? Why though? Why are you not going into your Aggron, dude? Oh my gosh, Mega Pidgeot, calm down. Calm down. Mega Aggron. I mean, I can easily try to set up on this thing, but at this point, we just U-turn out. He is Mega AGG run. Get the U-turn off. We just go right into, I mean, I can go Bamboo and low kick, or I go Sneck. Either one. I mean, Nexus also comes in and goes for liquidation. We have a couple different options. I think going into Bamboo is probably the least useful member. He goes for Avalanche. Pretty sure he was gonna have that. I can low kick or I can parting shot. Low kick's nice because it does hit the Como. I have to make sure Como doesn't set up on me. That's really the key. So we'll parting shot. Just gotta make sure Como doesn't set up. We'll go to Nexus now. As long as Como doesn't set up, we're good. Heavy Slam. Does a lot of damage. Does a lot of damage. But if I hit him with a superpower here and let him knock me out, then Pidgeot comes in and wins the game. So hopefully he knocks me out with Heavy Slam. He does. Pidgeot should just win this game, unless he's Choice Scarf. And if he's Choice Scarf, he can't beat the last couple things. So Heat Wave should knock out the Aggron. And that's that, baby. That's that. My man Pidgeot coming through. Rasta, goodbye. Hurricane says, see you later, buddy. So, game plan works out to perfection here. Like I said, there's no way he lives unless he's Barry. And he's not. So, Pidgeot comes in, I think it's every kill, right? 1, 2, let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Pidgeot just got 6 kills, bro. It should have been, let me see. Can you save, replay, and put in chat? Should have been my man Necrozma though. Necrozma was destined to just put in the work, but you know, I got crit, dude. I got crit by Choice Specs Guzzlord. What are you gonna do? Really surprised about that set, but it was good setup fodder. He just got a crit, so what are you gonna do? But Pidgeot was good to go. Like I said, I knew if I weakened a couple things, he didn't bring Lycanroc, which I think was a mistake. You know, I know it's scary because of Zygarde, but Pidgeot's such a big threat. It's been like the biggest threat I've had on my team all season. So that's that, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this week of the aDrive Army Battle League. Props to my opponent, Devin, and we'll be back next week. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.